Hello everyone, and welcome to Just Barely Keeping It Together, starring me. There is no opening gag, so I figured I should at least show you guys how this works. So right here, we've got the Kekimirises, and they're all taking turns at the cake that should be being crafted thanks to this crafting upgrade and placed by this constructor. Now, I did have this right before, but I didn't put... I don't think I actually had a pattern in crafter. So if we go downstairs, so I've got one of these in here, and it's automatically trying to craft those as long as that constructor's on. But right now, it's being blocked off for some reason. It's trying to make milk buckets, and the way we were making the milk buckets was by putting the crafter up against this tank and having it export over here. I was running into an issue where when this wasn't on fill mode, and it was kind of getting backed up, so I set it to only fill, and then occasionally I would get an empty bucket down here in the output slot, which this wasn't whitelisted for, so now if something happens, it'll just come out. But now I've got a new issue, because this doesn't want to insert the bucket, and if I cancel it and start it again, you can see it just makes it and then goes, and if we check over here, we'll see that a milk bucket, and we see that a bucket's going in and out, or it'll deposit 3. Oh, did it do it again? Wow, that was fast. It usually takes a few seconds, or it usually takes a few minutes before it... No? I was waiting for the, Kekimirisis to eat it. So if we give this a second, it'll deposit 3 milk buckets, they'll all come out, and then it'll make the craft. But every once in a while, it gets stuck. And I don't know why. And it's really perplexing. Alright, it's still going, but eventually it'll just stop, which is not something we want. So what I'm probably going to do is... get rid of you entirely. Then I'll turn this off. This is I have this in mind for lava because I still haven't set that up, but we'll do that later. So what I would have is an exporter here, set to export milk. Let's see, only work without a redstone signal, and then I could probably just put a detector here, and then say if we have less than, say, I don't know, 9 buckets of milk, emit a redstone signal. So that should be on. So this should be exporting into here. And we should see this working. Why is it not working? Okay, I think I'm an idiot. This is on when we have less than. So you should be only work with a redstone signal. So that turns off. They should be depositing milk in here. If I can see that. Yeah, it's going. And then this will kick on when we have 9. But then it's also still trying to craft. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be constantly... Okay, so that should be a little bit more stable. Maybe... Let's go see if there's any delays with the cake production. And if there are, I'll increase the limit to, like, 21 or something. Okay, I'm not seeing any significant hang time with the cake, so I think we should be fine. That should be that problem solved. We got a problem with these Endermen. They're not helpful. The problem is... Worst case scenario, they're still Endermen, so they'll like pick up my grass blocks and move them around and all sorts of crap we don't want. Well, that's good. Another alternative, Imo on Cujo's server actually told me that you can make birthday cake as an alternative, and this just takes sprinkles, which is sugar and dye, and I'm not sure what kind of dye you would want. I think probably. Let me actually set up a recipe for this. We've got the same wheat here, I believe. This does take torches, but we've got plenty of charcoal and sticks, so that shouldn't matter. Do you know how to make torches? Yes, it does. And we need sprinkles, so that sugar, we already know how to make that. We use blue dye, and I think I taught it to use corn flowers. Yeah, okay. So you can just grow those in a botany thing. So let's deposit these. Let's get out a cake of the birthday kind. Okay, cool. Let me just see if this works, because I did not know this was an option. I'm just gonna put you here. Yeah, they just eat these. Well, okay. So that was enough. I didn't have to do this, but if you want to deal with... So I've got it turned off now. And the reason is, one reason we have this is for tomes. And I'm getting a ton of tomes, a ton of repeats, but I've got, I think, most of the ones I wanted. We got fortune, looting, sharpness. I put unbreaking On this, I put this is another fortune tome. I put a fortune 4 on my Terra Shatter, so we've got that now. And efficiency 6 as well, which is, I mean, we're already instant breaking things, but it's fun to have extra. The problem is, what we were really after were Hearts of the Sea, right? Well, the update added JEI resources, which tells us pretty point blank which loot pool that this is in, and I'm pretty sure the Lunium doesn't pull from that loot pool. If we look at the tome, for example, what we're definitely getting, it's probably pulling from these loot pools, but it's definitely, I don't think it's pulling from the Heart of the Sea, because we haven't gotten a single one. I do have some, but I've gotten them on my own, and I guess I'll show you guys how I've done that. So to start this off, you probably need one Heart of the Sea to start. That's not what I meant to do. You need one Heart of the Sea to start with, and you're going to want to make yourself a spectator, right? Or the spectator, I'm sorry. You put this in your head slot, and now this lets you see items. So if you see something on the ground and you shift, it'll start emitting particles. But if you're holding something in your hand that happens to be in an inventory, that'll start glowing. So when you're finding treasure maps that lead to these are a huge pain to find, right? But you can find them a lot easier with this spectator. Two problems though. One, the treasure maps are all different. So holding a treasure map in your inventory won't reveal another treasure map nearby. So let's just verify that. Do a little sanity check. So these are different. I hold this, it's not glowing. If I switch over, oh, that's weird. It had to update. That's strange. I don't know why it's like pulsing. Normally it just stays like that. It's weird. So you guys get the gist. So what I was doing was going along the coast with my Elytra, because you can't have the wings on with your head spot occupied by the spectator. And I was just kind of carrying one of these in my offhand, you know, just I keep hitting the wrong key, new keyboard. I was trying to see if I could just spot them out in the wild, but I don't think they generate until you get the map that leads to them. And either way, this is moving a little too quickly to really notice those little animations. But if you go slowly, you're just taking a long time. And what I found was easier is just like flying along the ocean, looking for sunken ships, getting the treasure map, and then making my way towards there. So that's what I've been doing. Hey, dolphins. Hey, guy, you want to help me out? I don't think I'm actually swimming. Uh-oh. No, I'm stuck. So that's what I was doing, and then I went too far, and there was an exception with aquaculture that I had to take out the mod for, and I eventually got my stuff working again, but I just only managed to get 7 Hearts of the Sea, which is a pretty good start. And then, I don't know what caused this. I don't think... Ow. I think this was already generated. This is various, just some llamas and some pigs. You know, whatever. Let's leave them. Oh, this is very strange. This is why I don't leave the house very often. I think I'm generating new... Oh, there goes my rockets. I think I'm generating new areas. I don't know why that's like that. But can I do like a real quick change before I fall? No, I'm not still flying. All right, well, let's head home and see if we can't... Oh, hey, there's actually already here. Let's just head home. Home. Oh, that reminds me. The midnight... Oh, that's not where I want to be. Shulkers. The midnight is now super duper safe because they took out the mutant creatures mod. I really like the mutant creatures mod. It was fun. It was annoying having to deal with all these skeletons, but can the map load, please? Hello? I changed this to not like change direction when I'm looking. What is going on? This place is actually kind of safe. Like, yeah, there's lightning, but you could thank you. You could put a roof here, and as far as the hostile mobs, what do you got? Those rifter guys are nothing. You might live here. It's a little echoey, but I don't know. I'm kind of gonna miss it. I have no reason to come here anymore unless they add something crazy. So one cool part about them taking out the mutant creatures is that's a satisfying sound. I don't have to worry about any mutant endermen spawning at this farm. Not that I come here very often anymore. But let me get my magnet out. Okay, all this wool and stone and blah, blah, blah. All right, so now our enderman farm should be quite a bit more productive, although I do... This is pretty loud. Let me just turn all these guys off. How do I get back in here? So this is a little bit better, but I hardly use this place anymore because we have the Blaze Farm. So let's actually go back to that. We'll sleep. So another thing I learned is that I'd seen this before, that you can chunk load these, and I was like, oh, that's fine. If we don't have any other way to chunk load, we'll use those. But simple chunk loaders has been removed, so this is now currently how we're chunk loading. And if we look right here, I've got this set up. So this is in this chunk, loading it. This guy is in this chunk loading it. This guy's in that chunk loading it. And this guy, one of these guys is loading this chunk. Yeah, okay, so base is now permanently loaded. I don't have to load those up with ender pearls or whatever. So that's pretty nice. And I ran out of space in this advanced smelting factory crafter, so I just put another one right here to do this. I might upgrade these later, but we'll see what happens. Another thing I've done is increase the limit here. So instead of holding 5,000 of each of these, we're now holding 20,000. So if I ever need a whole heck of a lot of glass or sandstone, which right now I think maybe covering the ocean floor might require a few of those to sprinkle out to make that look a little bit more natural. It should be pretty solid. So we've got enough Hearts of the Sea to get started, but what we really need are Nautilus shells and Prismarine to make our conduits. And while I was underwater, I did notice these little guys. They're little. Oh, I feel so bad. Hang on, let me put them in some water. Oh, is that better? Oh, now he's stuck. Let me grab it here. Let me put you in something a little bit. Oh, well, there we go. That's probably better. These guys, when you kill them, they drop the Nautilus shells. And if I can kill enough of them to get a spawn... Oh, you're kind of tough. If I can kill enough of them to get us... Oh, they drop... Oh, wow. Maybe I don't need a spawner for them. That was 4. Okay. I do want to drown farm eventually, but that might be better. Now, I'm trying to... We don't have the mob duplicator, so I would have to... kill them to get a capture egg and then make a spawner for them. And I think that shouldn't be too... This is super... Some of this generation is really odd. And this guy I found in an underwater ravine around here where I was planning on building the base formerly. But I think... Now keep in mind I do have looting 4, but that's still pretty good. So I need to find a bunch of these. Oh, hang on. Here we go. I need to find a bunch of these guys and kill them. That dropped... Did I not pick it up? Hang on. You guys are a little tough, so I'm going to put my magnet ring on and put my strength pendant on. Okay, that way I should be able to kill him in one shot. That's a jellyfish. You're a Nautilus. That gave me 3. Okay. So I'm going to kill these guys until I either get a capture egg or enough Nautilus shells. And then we'll see about doing our thing. Well, the problem is I don't know how to get these guys to spawn. They're not like hostile mobs, I think, where I can just, you know, slip out and get them to despawn. But I may just have to travel to get them. Is that another one? Yes, it is. Am I swimming or flying? I'm not flying. That's why we're going so slowly. That guy got us 6. Jesus. Well, we'll see. I'll see what happens. So I'm just kind of killing these guys to give room for more things in general to spawn. Everything basically except for the dolphins. I'm leaving the dolphins, even though I know dolphins are in real life kind of bastards, but we won't think about that right now. What are you? You are a halibut. Well, you were. A school of fish? More like a school of fished. Get it? It's the past tense of fish, because, you know, never mind. Well, I've not been having a ton of luck finding these guys. I don't think they spawn in packs, which is a little... makes it a little bit more difficult. What if let me just peek down here real quick. If I can't find it. What do you eat your jellyfish? Is there anything even in this ravine? Maybe. No, that's that squid. I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep looking, but we do have enough to make our first conduit, I suppose. So let's go do that. So I was hoping to come here and steal some prismarine, just without these guys noticing. But let's see what fast on an atomic disassembler does. Or actually, I'd probably have to do vein mine. Let's see if this does anything. It's not too bad. Well, we're getting there. I do. What? I mean, let's try actually using the vein mine that'll work on these. There we go. That should be enough. I guess I haven't got in here. Oh, but there's a sponge room here. Oh, you know what? So while I'm here, I should probably be flying. Yeah, that's way faster. Air affinity for the win. Itty. I just realized that I used my my warp crystal to teleport in here, so I gotta bust my way out. There we go. Let's head on home. Okay, cool. So we've got this. Let's see if this here works. So we need a nautilus shell, coral stone. Interesting. One of them. I believe. I don't think I've ever built one of these, but I think I've seen them enough times to get the basic idea. So let's head over to the ocean where I can swim around. So I think I just want to do something like this. Is that? And then like so. How far out does that go? I think one more. That's... Oh no, I keep playing. This reach is kind of throwing me off. Oh, so it's activated already because it's got enough. But I think if we add more blocks to this, it extends the range. Oh, did I get just enough? I think it's something like that is the completed multi-block. But now we have conduit power, which means it's a lot easier to see under here. That's for sure. Let me stop flying for a second. Is that right? Yep. Actually, let's head up because let's refresh our air. I've never used one of these, so I'm kind of excited. I think we can breathe clearly. It's a little easier to see under here. We're not swimming very quickly. We're not swimming faster than I can fly. But I had this elytra on the whole time. Oops. That explains a little bit. It's not super bad. Maybe if we had speed. Let's try speed. Speed. Yeah, it's not great, but it is for viewing pretty good. And then, yeah, theoretically, if we had other people coming around, we would want to consider them. Let's try flying. Yeah, this is nicer, but what is the range of this conduit? That's a fair distance. Okay. I don't know exactly how many we need, but yeah, now it's starting to tick down. So that's okay. That's doable. I can work with that. And I think we're not going to be doing this around here. I think we're actually going to move to a more warmer ocean. Over this looks so weird. I do have one more idea before we say farewell. If I do that, it's done pretty quickly. I should have had my wand out. There we go. And now the Ring of Cordata, I believe is what it's called. Yes. Come with me. Then here, this will take up a ring slot, unfortunately. I usually like to have something in there, but if we... Oh, let me get my lexic out. So this ring allows the user to swim like a fish. Want night vision, greater maneuverability, breathe indefinitely. It sounds like it does exactly what the conduit does, to be honest, but... yeah, we get Dolphin's Grace. That's what I wanted. I was like, can I just wrangle up a bunch of... Oh, yeah, that's way better. I still have speed on, mind you, so let's take that off. Oh, that goes away instantly. Cool. Oh, yeah. That's much better. Wow. Yeah, we're doing this. Oh, hang on. I can even run pretty quickly. Oh, man. It's like I'm on ice. That's pretty great. It's a really interesting situation because, like, say, for example, somebody were to come to my base, which can't happen, but whatever. I would be able to move basically superhumanly. And they would be pretty stuck moving around at a normal pace, unless I just handed out rings or anything. Oh, you know what I could do? I could do that. I could just hang out rings to people, and then there's an item in Botania called the mana mirror, and what that does is reflect the amount of mana in an inventory. Here it is. Let me actually pull up the entry because I've got the book anyway. Instead of just having its own internal inventory, it's bound to a mirror, right? And so what you could do is like, hey guys, welcome to my base. Take a mana mirror that's bound to a supply of mana, and then take a ring, and then just hand them, and just leave them or whatever. That's an interesting idea. And then I also have the conduit power. Let's get away from the conduit for a little bit. Let's see how that interacts. Oh yeah, it just straight up gives you conduit power. It's like a portable conduit. I've never used this before. I don't think it used to say. I don't think it used to be like that. I think it used to be its own thing, and then the conduits were added. But yeah, this is like a conduit you can have personally, and then you have the ones stationed around the base that do that. We've got a similar mechanic with the beacons giving us speed instead of the pendant. So I like it, and you need a Heart of the Sea anyway. But I think we're gonna do both because this is fun, and the conduits don't give you Dolphin's Grace, which is great. That's exactly what I wanted. I've lost the conduit at this point. Let's head on home. Oh, here's I know exactly where I am. Oh man, I'm like skating on the water. This is great. Oh, hang on. Let's try the Elytra. So now I'm Elytra flying. Elytra gliding under the water. That's interesting. Can I get airborne out of this? I built up enough momentum to get airborne. I'm like a dolphin. That's great. Let's do that again. And we're traveling. I got some serious air from that. All right, speed pendant. Come on. All right. And let's go straight up. Come on. Holy cow. I cleared the clouds. This is incredible. Oh, man. I'm having a lot of fun if you can't tell. Maybe I am better at the Elytra than I thought. I hope I got that screenshot. Oh, well. Keep hitting the wrong keys because I'm not used to the keyboard. All right, let's head home. Now I've actually lost. Oh, wait. I can just fly. All right, I think that was a productive episode. I learned a lot about the underwater mechanics that I want to use going forward. So I think we're getting to the point where I should probably start building this place. And I'm gonna have to tear that down. You're not helping anyone.